Honestly, all of these episodes so far, like all these four episodes, have a lot to talk about, and this one is no different. With basically just them, the episode starts off with the administration from episode 2 when they invaded, and it's been like a whole night. Most of the administration's under their control, under what the Dragonians and obviously the Forbidden Five, I guess, Thunderfang's control. They're all hollowed out. And basically, the last of them get taken off by the start of the episode within like the first minute. This episode's like it pushes the story forward a lot. The Forbidden Five aren't really a focus in this part, to be honest. If you guys know, right? The Forbidden Five are basically nothing compared to Fun Fang, to be honest. And yeah, okay, they put the souls into the well, and Fun Fang laughs. And yeah, his goals he wants to like dethrone or even join the Source Dragons and all that. Okay, let's talk about Raz, Eren, and Sora basically this whole episode. Then to the underworld with them having to take down this big like giant bone creature. After into that, we get to see two familiar faces, Cruncher and I can't remember their names. We haven't seen them since like season 2 when they helped Garmadon, I think, right? That's the last time I remember seeing the skeletons, like the normal skeletons of an Master of the Mountain. Basically, yeah. And Lord Rise wants to know where the forge is. Because he wants to make dragon icons, which is what his hammer is as an icon. Everyone knows that. I think he's hammer's icon strength, which is why a lot of people think he's masters the soul strength. We'll have to find out in the future in season 4, I guess, because it's definitely not revealed this season. All in all, he wants to sacrifice Sora, and finally, this is where the evil Eren arc kind of gets rid of, because honestly I've hated the evil Eren arc. I think it's kind of annoying to see Eren like this, and it's also so easy to tell that Raz is manipulating him. And yeah, Eren stands up to Raz to have a big cool fight. Probably, I want to say the best fight this season, because there's one fight in particular that I think is my most favorite fight this whole Dragon Rising season 3 part 2, by hands down. They ended up escaping from the underworld with Raz still thinking his parents are dead, and that's something that no one should go through. But yeah, he's obviously crying because he thinks his parents are dead, but the reason he didn't sacrifice Sora, because Sora's like family to him, and because Sora's been with him since the merge died, basically. So they basically that family, I guess, in a way, right? Now let's get into the Cole, Frak, Geo, and Kai thing this episode. Cole obviously went to the land of lost things to basically, train Frak, and Frak does a lot of decent training. And they also end up finding the prismatic blades, because prismatic blades were lost after Fun Fang. They have like 3, so I think they were all lost. It's quite nice to be honest, and obviously one of them is the one they found in Silver Temples and stuff. It's all the prismatic blades were lost during Thunderfang's fight, obviously because they were used to free Thunderfang. Basically, also, we finally learn where Cole went during, season 1 when he was called by Master Wu. It only took like a whole season till we actually found that out, which is, not nice, but basically he went to lift something up. I don't know what it is he's lifting up, but he went to lift something up, and he couldn't lift it up, but he's going to go there not this episode, but I think next episode he's going to end up going there. But yeah, he couldn't lift it up. With the help of Frak, he'll probably be able to lift it up, and that'll be that. So Frak is actually playing a decent role. I feel like this is like mainly Cole's role this season. This and his decent fight later on in the season. And I feel like a lot of people are aside for that Cole actually has something to do with the actual overall story. Even if it's not something massive, it's still something pretty crazy and big, right? So yeah, that's always nice for Cole fans. He's definitely had a bigger role than Zane did last part, to be honest. There's also this bit about the Source Dragons. The Source Dragons having a talk about themselves, how they don't really trust mortals, how majority of them don't want being trusted in mortals, and don't want... This was tied into episode 20, if you guys know, you guys know. But how most of them don't want to be, entwined with mortals, and how Focus personally doesn't want any mortal to use her avatar, or doesn't even want to get involved in this fight, which makes, personally to me, I don't know if there's actually a specific reason, but it makes no sense for why you wouldn't want to stop Thunderfang, as I'm pretty sure they even like admit that Thunderfang will go on to the council and tear them apart, or like tear the council down, which makes no sense why they wouldn't want to stop that, if you know what I mean. Unless there's a traitor among the council, which raises master strength, maybe. And maybe, yeah, also this is where we I think we don't learn it, but like right now we learn officially that the Balance Dragon is dead. I kind of probably missed that first time rewatching this, because I was, yeah, we learn officially the Balance Dragon is dead, is no longer here, or something like that on those lines. So Balance is dead, but the symbol's still there, which is element power. Means that element power on the Balance still work and all that, considering the post that Shadow and that should be working just fine. How did the element muscle Balance die? I feel like a Soul Shine killing a Soul Shine wouldn't be too far off topic. Anyway, Lloyd basically knows that Thunderfang is still a threat, because the Soul Shine claim Thunderfang is still a threat. And that's basically what Lloyd's part is this whole episode. Now, time to get back to the main team. I guess the main team of the season is Lloyd, Neil, and obviously Wildfire and Jay. But Jay and Neil basically running away from Lee, and obviously entered the passcode. Jay hacks it with his lightning, which is obviously pretty cool. He actually ends up hacking the mech, which is how he actually gets the mech later on, I think next episode or the episode after. That's how he gets the mech, because he does the little hack, which I think is nice, especially if he's the one who built this like little hacking chip. Some people saying it's not like the best way to get mech. The mech is obviously built for him for like selling purposes, but at the same time, it's a nice way that he hacks the mech, because JLZ has invented most of his stuff. He gets them from some places, but he invented a lot more of his stuff, I'm pretty sure. And they find out that Lee's been lying to everyone, that Lee's basically put like the deceased name for some Aaron parents on gravestones to make sure no one comes looking for them. And that is, why last season Aaron thought his parents were dead. Last part, Aaron thought his parents were dead, because Lee tricked him. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how. I guess you wouldn't realize that the whole underground there's a whole city underground in this place, but while that was happening, there was a whole city underground. So yes, and basically Lee just chases them. Jay was about to kill one of the Lees, but Lee gets in the way. Would be fun to see what happened, huh? If he overstepped the boundaries. Maybe he's actually killed people before while he was rogue. I don't actually know. But yeah, they end up finding Aaron's parents near the end of the episode, and they look surprised. Yeah, and that's basically that. Yeah, I do like the fact that they found Aaron's parents pretty early on. It's not like a whole thing. Some people might find it's annoying that Aaron's parents are here. Also, I feel like something bad might happen to Aaron's parents eventually in a later thing, because anything can really happen, which could not be bad. I hope they don't end up killing his parents off, or in some way, or using them as leverage against Aaron or something. Anyway, yeah, this episode overall, I wouldn't say it's a 10 out of 10. It has a lot of plot points. There's a lot of, with Final and Cole thing, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. We have Cole's little story that he's going to be going on later this season. And we also have Aaron being Bras, which honestly was the highlight of this season, of this episode, 100%. And then Jay and Lee just finding Aaron's parents, which is pretty nice. All in all, I feel like it deserves a 9 out of 10. Not 10 out of 10, because it's definitely not near the other two episodes, in my opinion. But 9 out of 10 does suit it, in my opinion. So without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe.